Hello and welcome everybody to a very exclusive thing at the moment. We are here at the Natural History Museum. As you can see behind there, there is the Pokemon, not just exhibition, but there is a pop-up store and there is one, is that a queue in there? I don't know, but we have to go via the toilets to get in. So we're going to do some shopping and we have a guest. Oh my God, look who's turned up. It's good to see you, Marky.
What the odds of bumping into you here?
Unsurprising given we chatted beforehand, but no matter.
We are here.
We are here. It's good to see him actually. It was a very nice surprise turnaround. So you remind him we actually have a lucky trade as well.
We have got lucky trade, we're going to do that, aren't we, mate? Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, yes, but should we go and spend some money?
Yes.
We made it. Past the security, you actually need your ID of all things. It's like being at airport security. I don't feel I can have the same attitude as I do with Professor Willow's waffle, because this whole thing is Pokécology, all to do with evolution and things like that, obviously fossil rock types, and there's some amazing items available here. You can find some on the shop, but just be aware you might find yourself as 100,000th plus in the queue with some sold out stuff. Look at the artwork here. How Pokemon sleep. I have my Patrice with me, my Go++, gathering of Pikachu. We'll be looking at all these in a second, and there's screens. It's very official. They ticket you, check your ID. If you come in here, bring your identification. You can't, I just showed a passport scan on my phone. There's no duplicate item purchases, and it's 5 items only, but I think that's fair enough, and it's probably the better way to do it to keep things in stock available. It looks like the shelves are pretty well catered for, and it doesn't look too busy. I'm loving this. The speed and power of different Pokemon. Can you believe Galarian Zapdos apparently can run at like 300 kilometers an hour, 186 miles an hour. I mean, to be fair, Code School actually breaks the speed limit in London at 31 miles an hour. There you go. And Zeraora, which is Francesca's favorite Pokemon, can move at a ungodly 447,387.14 miles an hour. What a way to travel. The artwork and things is such a nice touch. When it was advertised, it was just advertised as the pop-up shop, and when seeing the social media posts from the likes of May Plays and Golden Gibbon and everyone who came here on day one, honestly, such an interesting thing. Got moving on land, we've got Bonsly crying in the background there on the TV. Even Swampert, Bolthund, some Pokemon that are yet to come to Pokemon Go if you do your Gen 9 games. Onyx Underground, even Diglett upside down. Drillbur, very much looking like it's Mega Excadrill, and my favourite bird, Galarian Zapdos. They even go through the things of rolling, running, flying, and undulating, the different ways that Pokemon move about, and this has been depicted differently in different main series games. Obviously, you can't really see that too much in Pokemon Go, apart from maybe in your buddying, and depending on how slowly something rocks up to do the berry treat. I think this is amazing. Really, really interesting. Gives me the old, not kaleidoscope, but Zoetrope, stop motion kind of motion trick. And if you yes, that's how Steel moves, if you were not aware. It rolls face first, like it belongs in the Jason Statham movie. I promise we'll get some Pokemon Go in this video eventually, but we are now finally in the shop after, well, we can go back and look at the other bits and pieces. That's the thing, once you leave, you can't re-enter. So take your time, enjoy the things. There's a lot of focus here on the evolution of Eevee, or Eeveelution, if you want to go for that. There's bags up the top there, and these lovely tote bags, which I think are still available on the online store. There you go, so that's actually, it looks like a book. I thought it was a book, but it's actually a handbag, or a clutch or something, but it looks really, really nice. Good disguise. It's not dissimilar from the notebook that's over here. And I have to say, the mug here, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, with the golden handle and everything. Being very careful not to break or drop anything, because we may be a Pokemon Go YouTube content creator, but not a rich one, that's for damn sure. And the t-shirt variety here, obviously the red one with the Eevee on it, you've got the small print here at the front and then the big print, I believe, at the back, or maybe it's nope, it's the same. Big print goes on the back. I will say these are very expensive. The Eevee pins up there, a box of that will set you back 60 British pounds. The water cooler bottle, I think this is a really lovely design. Prints, some keychains and magnets, a pencil if you've come very light. Here are some of the actual proper exclusive Natural History Museum icon logo. There's the tote bag, the backpack, there are water bottles, and of course, I'm gonna get one from up here because I'm tall. The plushie. It's a big plushie, might I say. Look at this. Pikachu clutching to the side of the building with the Pikachu ears on the, I guess, balconies, but the iconic architecture of the actual Natural History Museum. We're definitely getting ourselves one of those, that's for sure. But I will say, if you're feeling very flush with cash, there's a few items in here that might even make your eyes water. 24 karat gold plated keepsake, £150 for that. And if we cut to it, the one for Tropius is 30 quid cheaper. There you go. For 24 karat gold, you know, if Victory Bell's your bag, you can have a bag for Victory Bell. About time we pick up a bag, one of these laundry baskets, and begin our actual shopping. Item number 2 was the navy blue Natural History Museum t-shirt. There's currently quite a big queue around it, but number 3 was the Tropius hoodie. I had to get something for Tropius, I absolutely love Tropius. And item number 4 was one of these t-shirts for my better half. Those of you astute with mathematics and problems will work out that we have got 4 items in our bag and 1 space remaining. What do we get? There is also, because it's the Cranbourne Boutique, there's the Cranbourne meteorite here, largest with 5,000 meteorites in this collection in the museum. You can see it's one large rock in a large perspex cabinet, although it was found in Victoria, Australia. Right at the tail end of the exhibition of the shop, you've got the posters here. These are the prints you can get, which are of the artworks that were displayed that we were looking at right at the very beginning. So you can get yourself the swimming one, there's the ground running one, there's this, the movement one. I'm very tempted to get myself a print, I've got to be honest. Also, if you really wanted the Pelipper, it's on a hoodie. Do you know what, I think I'm coming to the consensus, like the Eevee mug looks really nice, but it is an expensive mug, and we already have 1 million mugs at my house. So, something exclusive, something we've seen a lot of, artwork-wise, and I think I need to get some bits and pieces for my desk setup. It would be really nice to add this from as a collection point of view. I think we're going to go for this, which I think has a lot of my favourite Pokemon features on it. We've got the Galarian Zapdos on there, Drillbur. That's the Pokemon moving on the land poster. An A3 print, mind you. That's it. That's my 5 items, mostly exclusive stuff. Right, let's go and pay, and then finally get this lucky trade done and dusted. And long last, we're putting some Pokemon Go in this video. It's about time, matey. So, we've decided, since it's fossil themed, since it's the Natural History Museum, Satchel Shiny Costume Aerodactyl from 2023 London Go Fest.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, we've got one. We thought, let's do a trade. It's a lucky trade we're doing.
Oh, yes. Do you want one from New York?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll give you one from New York. Let's do this. I'm really hoping we can get something good here. There we go. Shiny Costume Aerodactyl.
Are you ready?
Very best of luck, matey. This is one hell of a cool trade. So you're looking for 207, which is a Peugeot.
Peugeot 207 Joyous. And what are you looking for?
1590, I think it was. So good luck, matey, because this will be a really cool one to get.
It would be an absolute cool one to go for.
Oh, he's so close. He's so close. Please go and check out Marky's vlog from today or whenever it's going to go online. You can see what he got.
We've got some Pokemon Go content in a Pokemon pop-up event.
We somehow did.
History Museum. How good's that, eh?
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. So 14, 13, 14 isn't too shabby whatsoever, actually. I'll definitely take it. It's going to be the best costume Aerodactyl shiny we've had. Marky Dactyl. So there we go. And I will say that's finally a level up with the dude. No back-to-back lucky friends on that one, but that ticks off a special for the day. However, I have saved up a couple of Glimmet. And yes, in my previous video, I couldn't get the bloody name right, and some of these are pretty meh, but we're going to get some candy for them. Since it's a rock poison type, we're catching it here at the Natural History Museum with a mammoth there in the background and the gigantic whale up there somewhere. Gives us some candy. I should have really put a rock type mega down to honour the occasion. In fact, why don't I do that? Mega Evolve the Aerodactyl, get that ticked off. But I will say, 5 items from this shop, it's 160 plus pounds. Everything, as you'd expect with Pokemon merchandise, is very expensive. I'm going to see if Marky has a few Glimmet. Maybe we could swap them, see if we can get ourselves a lucky. I think we'll continue the grind when we get back to Wheeling a little bit later. And while we're here still in the museum, a big thanks, as always, to the wonderful Patreon squad crew who support the channel and the content on here, pushing it that much further and allowing us to do so much more stuff. Not just coming to these sorts of exhibitions because it was a free entry, but going to the Valencia City Safari last year, the tours across the world and the Go Fest and everything else in between. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful support. It really makes a world of difference here. Positioning the camera very perilously here, but along with your little trading card, which I will say is exclusive to visiting the shop here. Can't get that online, it's super exclusive. I'm super pleased to have got one. But you get this little, let's study Pokemon Pokécology, ecology sorts of things, and you've got Sphere and stuff, and it gives you all kinds of facts and stuff, which is a really nice little touch about things. It shows you a Pokemon with feathers and wings and stuff, and you know, can you find Pokemon's real eyes? It's a really nicely done little extra whatever, but we'll get a picture of that for socials. While we're actually still here in the museum with roughly the right framing, you may be able to see the more obvious things. Obviously the whale in the ceiling has been swapped out for what Marky and I swapped over in a lucky trade as Aerodactyl hanging from the top there. You've got Tyrantrum hidden in one of the arches as the exhibit. But there are some really small, lovely little details which may or may not come up on the camera. Might have to take a picture, but instead of the monkeys climbing up of the pillars, you've got chimchars and apalms and things. So it's not just the big details that are changed for this Pikachu at the museum card. It is the small little details as well, which means that that is a rather fabulous little token of turning up, booking a slot, I guess. Well, after a very nice coffee and a long chat with Marky, it's time for me to head back to Wheeling for actual obligations as being a family. But next to this bronzed gold dinosaur statue in the background there, We have 3 Glimmet tasks because we actually explored about 3 kilometers in the process of getting here, walking around the shop and coming back. So I want to see if we can get something good. A 682 is not going to cut it. Second check is 709. Of course, 720 is what you want to see, and I will be trading these, see if we can get something good. Let me know in the comments below how you're finding this event. I've heard word 696, unfortunately not particularly good. Apparently routes have been fixed and updated, so we may be able to find some more Glimmet dotted around on those routes, but I need to give one a go to confirm that. Thanks to everybody who's posted in comments and stuff on socials or whatever, because without us giving it a try, we'd never know if the routes were actually fixed. I figure now I'm back here in Ealing, I'm gonna pop down some daily adventure incense. On the way on the tube, found 3 quests. Let's check and see if there's a route from the station. There's got to be a route from the station up to the Broadway. The road to South Ealing, that seems pretty tempting. Let's get back to the start point. That takes us just to the top of Ealing Green, which is a nice stroll. Road to South Ealing has started, or technically we're going backwards. I don't know if we need to do a route for 5 minutes and then get a spawn, or if we just need to hope for the best. I'd like to say it again, but go and check out Masterful27's video and his channel. He's part of the Incensed podcast. That means we've seen everybody. We've seen Ian for Grookey Community Day. Marky's trekked over for the Natural History Museum. Both ticked off for January. Good lads. Could it be not a shiny in 66666? Just gonna restart the game. Oh, by the way, this is the first time using my new phone for a video, iPhone 17 Pro Max. We are on the most up-to-date phone for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. I think we might have a route spawn. Spritzy off the route. Because previously what it was on Tuesday, which is what Tagman50 experienced, and a lot of you experienced as well, is they had the hangover from the mighty Pokemon from Go Wild still spawning. That's why he was getting Tyranitar and Garchomp. I found a Drapion. Now apparently that's been changed, but Spritzy, bruh. And I really do hope you guys enjoyed the look at the Natural History Museum pop-up shop / exhibition / whatever, the Pokécology stuff. I really do hope you enjoyed seeing it. Even if like it's all sold out, you can't book a time slot. The web store is the only way to get stuff, and the queues and items being sold out is kind of insane. Whether they underestimated horribly online the interest, it seems like the shop, if you booked a slot, at the moment at least, it does run until April the 15th. Okay, that's a Yungoos, not shiny from Daily Incense. Don't tell me that Snubble's off the route. Oh, thank God. It is not off the route. Oh, we have a Glimmet. We actually have one off of a route spawn. There we go. 5:36, let's get a pineapple down on you, my friend. Maybe it's just good fortune. We'll keep on trying through the week. I want to get back out on Friday and do some route grinding. See if we can get a bunch more spawns and quests done. But that is a Glimmet of 1-star goodness. I want to see if we can get one more before the route finishes. I have a suspicion we're not going to get any more route spawns, because there is our Zygarde cell, as well as Mateo. Lovely gift from Japan. We'll keep it pinned, because why not? And of course we've got a random skip plume off of Daily Incense. Can't be shiny. So, by the likelihood of me doing that route again, not so much, so we'll claim it and get the buddy heart instead. Okay, well, there we go. We had a Glimmet out of 2 spawns, which is not bad. In between doing different routes before, actually calling it a day, just for now. But we do have 3 of those 3 kilometer tasks. Bit of a mouthful, but anyway, Glimmet. Ooh, 714, that's gotta be our best one so far. And I've gotta try and get the excellence for my level up shenanigans, or the research, should I say, as well. That is gonna be a 697, that would be splendid. I somehow botched the excellence on that one, and the third check is a 704. I'm very happy with the 714. I will say now, I'm gonna grab my coffee and go and try and get up that route before I need to go, because shout out to the Pokemon Go hub team, people have done their deep dives and everything. Glimora, which I know I botched all the names and everything like that, the evolved form of Glimmet is actually set to be, or is currently, the 5th best rock-type raid attacker, because it has a really good moveset, Rock Throw and Meteor Beam, which is great. So it's actually a good usable raid attacker right now. Poison type, unfortunately, is not particularly good. And actually shout out to VGE, or Loath8 from my Patreon squad, who kindly reminded me, which is hysterical considering it's my buddy right now. Nihilego is an Ultra Beast that's a rock and poison type as well. Glimmet and Glimora are not unique in their typing, but they are quite rare. It's not usable in PvP because of a lack of a poison fast move and coverage and that sort of thing, but it does get poison exclusive moves. However, when we eventually get Mega Glimora, that will become the best rock-type raid attacker, even better than Mega Diancie, which is mad. So it's definitely a good one to go for, but I wouldn't be too surprised if that got a com day in a couple of years' time. It would be a perfect setup for a com day. Rarish spawn, gets a Mega introduced. Apparently doing this and putting your microphone on the plushie is the done thing these days. So, we're going to hold the Natural History Museum plushie right here, terribly at the bottom of the frame, and say thank you very much everyone for watching. Quickly having a look at a few of the items we got at the shop. So I didn't properly demonstrate what I actually bought. The Tropius hoodie has a big print on the back, as you can see, and even has Roman numerals where the Pokédex entry is. That's that design there, which I think is stupendous. And I'm only going to show one of the t-shirts because they're basically the same print. This is the full color one for the actual exclusive Natural History Museum print. There you go. And we obviously got the poster, as you saw, and the plushie and another t-shirt. So my 5 items, I think I got some good stuff. And I will say and give a word of warning, Francesco just went on the store this evening for the Natural History Museum stuff. Not everything was available on that store that was in the shop inside the museum, and we've got to see what comes to the Pokemon Center UK store. I believe it's just the UK store that will get the bits and pieces, but everything was sold out online, and I don't think they're restocking things as far as I've been able to work out. So online store may not be the way to go. If you've got a slot to go to the shop, that's going to be the only way these days, which is, it's an exclusive event, it's exclusive merch. But I will say, if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below and sticking around for plenty more Pokemon Go content. And I will say, in the coming weeks, we've got some really cool stuff lined up. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, we're flying over to Germany to go and do the stamp rally with Hanny, who's a content creator over in Germany. So that's going to be a really fun day trip. And of course, we've got Community Day and DMAX Ho-Oh coming up as well. And if you loved what you saw here, there's plenty of other videos available on the screen right here for you to check out. If you want some more road trip stuff, or you want to see some proper travel bits and pieces with some crazy day trip shenanigans, that's a video right over there for you. But I will say, until the next time, do take care.